What's up guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you're new, it's Sahara. Today I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day look, but make it Euphoria. Zendaya's show. Maddy is the one that I will be creating this look inspired by. I have created a couple of Alexa Demi's looks. She's the one who plays Maddy. I will link those in the cards above or down below so you can watch it. I've already done I'm like pointing like there's something on my face. I've only done my brows off camera. And in the long about a week that I've taken off from doing YouTube videos, I think I got bit by a spider right here. I went to pop it and I squeezed all the blood out, and now it's just like a mark left right there. So what a way to come back on, right? And I'm also going to be wearing the outfit today that I wore in my other video. It was like Fran Dresser, Whitley Houston, Whitley Gilbert, and Pam from Martin. It was like all looks inspired by them, and I'm using that look from that video. I will also link that. Let's just get started. I just know that when I rewatch this video, I'm going to be staring at it. But anyway, I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor number 3. And I'm going to be applying that on the eyes first. Then for the eyeshadow palette, we're going to be using this one from Amazon. And I'm going to be dipping into two brown type of tones. One is like a brown cool tone. The other one is more of like a warm red tone. And I'm going to be doing that crease defining moment. No, when you just define the crease with a pencil brush. And then I'm also going to be connecting it back onto the lid by the lash line part, just like kind of like a winged out look. Then I'm going to be going in with more of this cool tone type of brown shade and just blending that out. This is going to soften it, and I'm going to basically apply it more so above that shade so it doesn't completely disturb that brown. Then I'm going to go back in with that P. Louise base just to redefine the lid space and also clean up that eyeshadow. It's just going to look a little bit better, well, a lot better than just leaving it the way it was. Then I'm going to be tapping this matte white onto the lid just to set the P. Louise base and to also brighten that area. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Tom Ford eyeliner. This is just the black one, and I'm only going to be applying it halfway where it stops by that brown. So I'm not going to be winging it out because I'm going to go back in with this black eyeshadow. Well, I'm going to go in with the black shadow, period. I'm going to tap and blend that on top of the black eyeliner to smoke it out. I do like how that looks better sometimes. And I'm just using this flat, like, it's kind of like a flat shader brush that you can just use to help you blend it in. And then I'm going to go back in with that brown, the one that's more cool tone though, not the red tone. And then just apply that on top of that brown just to help further smoke it out, but also blend it upwards. But I'd rather use the brown than use the black to blend it upwards towards the lid. Going back in with that black eyeshadow, I'm going to wing it upwards into that brown on the outer part. And I don't know what this is doing, but I just like how it looks, honestly. But I'm just going to blend it upwards on both eyes. And moving on to the fun part, the crystals. Well, it wasn't really fun for me because I couldn't find the crystals that I needed. But I'm going to mostly apply 4 crystals on the lid by the liner part. And then I applied these Ioni lashes in the style Spiky Doll Light. But what I'm actually going to do is change it up. Take the crystals off of the crease part and apply glitter there instead. I always like to do glitter liner in a crease better. And I mixed together these two glitters that I got at the Dollar Tree. One is a silver glitter and the other is a white glitter with reflex of green. I'm also using the Mayround mixing liquid to mix the glitters together. This is going to help it adhere to the eye without having to use glue because I can't stand using glue and glitter. Those two are the worst when trying to remove at the end, and I'd rather just use this. And I'm also applying it in that winged out shape. Bon appetit, no. And then moving on to the face, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild primer serum. This is the hydrating one. It's nice and moisturizing and hydrating, especially if you have dry skin. For foundation, I'm going to use the Oma by Sharon C. Flawless IRL foundation in the shade Honey Honey T4 and blending it out with a sponge. I cannot remember the last time I blended out foundation with a sponge. It's been a while. I'm not applying anything on my 2-head because I'm going to be wearing a hat anyway. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Natural Beige. And I'm just applying that in that way that helps you lift it. I do like how that looks sometimes depending on how full coverage the concealer is. For cream contour, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup in the shade Blaze, and I'm just applying this right like this because I didn't feel like using a face brush today, and then just blend it out with a sponge. It's a very soft bronzer look because it's not like a really deep harsh bronzer, so that's why I just like to apply it like this. I don't mind applying it straight to the face and then blending it out with a sponge. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana to set the face. I don't mind setting it with a sponge like this when I do have a hydrating concealer on, like the Too Faced one, because it doesn't dry out the skin, because I do have pretty much dry skin combination, but mostly dry, so it is nice applying it like this when you do have a hydrating concealer on. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Glamour Bronze in the shade Trailblazer and apply this on the face. Now, for some reason, I had to apply a lot of this because I don't know if it was because of that Milk Makeup bronzer that it wasn't giving me that strong bronze that I like. So I am going to over apply the bronzer just to give me more of that strong contour look. For the nose, I'm just going to blend it out with that eyeshadow brush that I went in with. For blush, I'm going to be using one of the eyeshadows from that eyeshadow palette. I don't mind using eyeshadow as blush. It's just easy, quick. And then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Milk Makeup highlighter. This is in the shade Iced. Yeah, I thought it was in the shade Flex. No, this is the Flex highlighter in the shade Ice. So I'm going to just apply that with this big fan brush. This is from Equal Tools. And by the way, the other brushes that I have been using, I think they're from Morphe and e.l.f. I pretty much use the same brushes all the time, but I'm just using this Equal Tools brush today. For lips, I'm going to start off with the Hard Candy Mataholic Velvet Lip Mousse. I don't know the shade name of this, but I'm just going to apply that as lip liner. And I didn't know what lip look to go with today, so I just wanted to use some stuff that I haven't used in a while. For the actual lipstick, I'm going to use NYC 304 in the shade Mocha. I don't think NYC is still available anymore, but I'm just going to use it. On the lower lash line, I'm just going to go back in with both of those browns, and I'm going to apply it directly to the lash line, but I'm only going to apply it halfway. I'm not going to take it all the way into the inner part, but just applying it halfway because I didn't want it doing too much on the bottom if I still had all of the crystals and the glitter going on at the top. And I forgot to apply mascara, so go ahead and apply your mascara. I always love applying crystals as like faux piercing, so that's just what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I haven't applied my faux crystal piercing look in a while, but that's what I've been doing for years now. Even before Euphoria started doing the crystal look. Even before Euphoria came out, I was doing the faux piercing crystal look. Like, bring out my Cardi B. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow base in the shade Milk, and I'm going to tap a little bit of that in the inner corner. This is going to act as a base for the eyeshadow that I apply in the inner corner. I wanted to go in with white instead of like a shimmer, so that's why I'm tapping this on first. It's just going to help the white eyeshadow stick better. Then I'm going in with a little bit of that glitter on the lower lash line, just finishing it the rest of the way across because, like I said, I didn't want to take that brown all the way across, so I just took the rest of the glitter and put it all the way. Like I said, with Euphoria, when it comes to their looks, they do glitter, crystals, all of that, so the more the better. I forgot to do my outro and some of my outro poses, so forgive me on that part, but I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!